Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to stream. It is I, G. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, we're doing our just chatting parts as gummy hoe forms so that they actually get used. We're going to have some new GA outfits coming soon, guys. So if you have any suggestions, specific outfits you'd like, this is your chance. Your time to shine. Let me know. Pop into the Discord, my blue sky. Just let me know what you want to see, guys. Let me know what you want to see. Welcome, welcome. Let's see who we've got today. Hello, Astra. Welcome to stream. Welcome. And hello, Daniel. Welcome. It's lovely to see you again. I hope you're well today. Did you have a good day? We're going League loring today. Hopefully all my stream info is updated okay. Always a struggle. In a moment, I will be unmuting my Discord chats and we will have Astra with us on stream. So we will have someone to answer my questions as I go through the lore. Or to just simply humor my opinions as we go through the lore. And don't forget that in the week there will be uploads of audio readings. So I will do proper, nicer audio readings of the lore, etc., as the week goes on. Is anyone able to tell me, is my mic super crunchy today or is it okay? If there is anyone actively listening in chat who can tell me. I'm hoping it should be a little bit better. I know it's been a wee bit crunchy recently. This should hopefully be a tiny bit better. But let me know if it's not. Let me know if it's a problem. Yeah, but do you think it's normally all good, Astral? I'm not asking. I'm asking if it sounds better than it has been the last few streams. And you haven't mentioned it not sounding good, so I don't think you know what's wrong. I only noticed when I come to do my clips and I'm like, whoa, that is crispy microphoning. What the hell? I have a far too good of a microphone for it to sound that bad, even with my suboptimal situation. Well, we should. I'm sure someone will tell me during stream. If not, I guess I will check when I do the clips. Sad times, sad times. But hopefully it sounds a bit better. I just don't really want another Clown Fiesta to sound bad. Hopefully it will sound a little bit better. Let's turn my tails off before we go in. Although I really like this outfit and you only get to see it when I'm in my tails. Look, it's a little dress. That's a little dressy dress. But I'm going to change into something a bit more Leona suitable today. So we're going to bathe in the golden sun and I'm going to wear a gold dress. Yes. Yes. Hello, Sola. Silly baby girl. Okay, I better unmute Astral now. Yes, he is unmuted. Yeah, I don't think you know what I mean, babe, though, because you haven't told me my mic sounded bad the last few streams. And my mic sounded awful the last few streams.
Oh, I generally couldn't notice.
Right, so I don't think you saying mic is all good tonight is very helpful because you don't know what the problem is. My guy. I'm just gonna have to pray that the crunchiness has been rectified. Pray for me because I couldn't get clips from my last stream because the mic was so bad, guys. You need to tell me when it's that bad. Like, I have unusable clips, and that would be really sad for a Clown Fiesta stream. So
That would be good.
we need to. Oh no, there we go. It's time for us to transition to Leona. So we're still in Targon, and for those of you who didn't tune in last week, on my YouTube VODs, you will find a link to the Targon intro. So basically, at the beginning of Diana's stream, I did in fact. Can you go on push to talk, please, sweetie?
Got you.
Because I can hear your brother in the background. Clear as day. I don't really want background voices on my stream, ideally. So, at the beginning of last stream, I went over with... I've lost where I was now. At the beginning of last stream, it was about Diana, so we went over Targon as a region first. I'm not going to go over every single Targon stream because it takes forever, and I've already done it. So if you want to know a bit more about the region of Targon, where Leona is going to be connected to, you can go back and you can listen to the beginning part of the Diana stream, and it will fill you in with that information. But we're going to go straight into Leona today. Now, we know that Leona is connected to Diana because we learned about her in the last stream. So we're hopefully going to get to see some more things from her perspective. But who knows with right? Maybe we're going to get to hear about a whole different time. So Leona is the radiant dawn, which makes sense. We know that she's connected to the sun, right? Diana's the moon, Leona connected to the sun. Very complicated. Let's see. Let's take a little look. So she's connected to Diana, obviously, and they're both connected to Tarek and Aurelian Sol, so that's going to be fun. Basically, everyone from their region is kind of interconnected, so we'll get to meet some more champions soon. She's actually a tank, which I think is super cool. I love girl tanks. Yes, girl tanks. And let's have a go here. By the light of the sun, the world is beheld. Imbued with the fire of the sun, Leona is a holy warrior of the Solari who defends Mount Targon with her zenith blade and the shield of daybreak. Her skin shimmers with starfire, while her eyes burn with the power of the celestial aspect within her. Armored in gold and bearing a terrible burden of ancient knowledge, Leona brings enlightenment to some, death to others. Death to others. I like the sound of that. I do like a good murdery person. I'm quite excited by this. You know, now after we got confirmed lesbianisms last time, I was worried that was going to turn out to be a scam, but it was not. It can only go up from here. Hello, Yak. Yes, we are League nerds. The League of Nerds. That is us. League. Thank you for joining us, Yak Yak. We're talking about... Yak, do you play League? I can never remember who does and who doesn't. Real men play Smite too. I don't think so.
I disagree. Sorry, Yak, you're on your own this time, my bud.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't think real men play League necessarily either. I think that's a bit of a reach too. All right, we're going to dive straight in. Just a reminder that obviously while I'm doing the reading, I can't be as interactive with chat. So, you know, fight with each other or whatever. You know, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Leona, the Radiant Dawn. Among the Rakor tribes that dwell upon Mount Targon, the sun is sacred, and none venerate it more than the Solari. Children are raised from birth to honor it, and even to shed blood for it, until its aspect returns, heralding a grave threat they all must face. Leona was one such child. She took to the Solari faith as naturally as breathing. finding solace and warmth within its rigid structure. This manifested through her rapid achievement of excellence, her peers envious of her capability, willpower, and devotion. No one doubted she would one day become one of the Rahrak, the holy warriors of the Solari. Though Leona flourished, she could not help but see her master struggle with their most exasperating student, an orphan named Diana. Her curiosity was welcomed at first, but soon the teachers began to perceive Diana's questions as challenging the Solari ways. Leona watched Diana suffer punishment and isolation, but where others saw insolence, she saw a lost soul devoted to a search for meaning. Leona found her purpose in the Solari teachings and resolved to share it with Diana, even as the most dutiful teachers forsook her. The two would debate late into the night, with Leona hoping to persuade Diana that everything she could ever want was there in the faith, waiting for her to accept it. Though she failed to win Diana over, Leona did find a friend. One night, Diana confided a secret to Leona. She spoke of discovering a hidden alcove in the mountain, an ancient place where the walls were etched with depictions of strange symbols and forgotten societies. When Diana mentioned climbing the summit of Mount Targon to learn more, Leona urged her to stop, seeking to protect her from the ire of the other Solari. Leona made Diana promise to abandon this search. Reluctantly, Diana agreed. Time passed and the two never spoke of Diana's discovery again. Leona believed her friend had finally come to her senses. Her belief was shattered late one night when she glimpsed Diana slipping out of the temple. While her first instinct was to tell the elders, Leona thought instead of protecting her friend, wresting her back from the edge. Resolved, Leona set off after Diana to the summit of Mount Targon. The ascent was a trial unlike any Leona had ever endured, straining every fiber of her being to its limit and beyond. Her training, willpower, and concern for Diana was all that drove her on. The unblinking eyes of bodies frozen into the mountain slopes watched her climb, their own journeys forever incomplete, but not even they could deter her. After what seemed an eternity, and much to her own amazement, Leona reached the peak. Exhausted, she beheld an uncanny landscape and found Diana engulfed in a coruscating column of silver light. Sola, this is a very inconvenient time. Here you go. Very demanding baby girl. Leona, Sola. Leona saw her friend's silhouette writhing in agony, the air rippling with her screams. Horrified, Leona rushed to her aid when a golden radiance slashed down from the heavens to envelop her. The sensation was indescribable, but rather than incinerating Leona, the illumination coursed into her, suffusing her with incredible power. She clung to her consciousness, fighting the current seeking to sear away her very being. Ultimately, her indomitable will triumphed, and with that control came understanding. With control came understanding. Leona was forever changed, imbued by the aspect of the sun. Destiny had selected her, and it was her duty to protect the Solari in the times to come. It was then that Leona saw Diana, clad in gleaming silver warplate, a strange reflection of the golden armor she discovered herself now wearing. Diana begged Leona to join her, to seek out answers the Solari could not offer. Leona demanded they return home and present themselves for the priest's judgment. Neither conceded, and they finally felt the weight of the weapons in their hands. Their combat was swift, a blistering clash between sun and moon, ending with Diana's crescent blade at Leona's throat. But rather than delivering the killing blow, Diana fled. Devastated, Leona descended Targon and hurried to her elders. When she arrived, she found slaughter. Many Solari priests and their Aharak guardians were dead, seemingly slain by Diana's hand. The survivors were awed by the presence of two aspects now in their midst, and Leona was committed to helping them navigate this new reality, the guiding light to her people, just as the sun had always been. She has sworn to find Diana, to preserve the dominance of the Solari, but also to help her old friend control the moon aspect's power before it destroys her. Ooh. Okay, so it's not flawless, but I will say I am more impressed than I expected to be at how they handled the two perspectives. I wasn't expecting there to be any nuance at all, but there is nuance into how both of them think that they're the one in control of their aspect, right? They both think that they're in control and the other one is like a puppet. So Leona thinks that she's got everything sussed and that Diana needs rescuing. And Diana thinks that she's got everything sussed and Leona needs rescuing, which I think is a simple nuance, but it's nice that there is any nuance at all. I wasn't expecting any from League, to be honest. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it does kind of set us up nicely for her story, I guess, as well. I think that's pretty good start. Pretty good start. Oh my goodness. Ooh, my voice is going a bit, guys. Not a great stream to have when you're losing your voice. Let me just get a sip of hydration. Mm. Mm. It's interesting. It definitely feels almost like a summary compared to how much detail we got from Diana. But that's because I guess her story is about the time that Diana's diaries entries mostly refer to. And then a little bit from her story, whereas... So we're a lot more detailed, I guess. So that does kind of check out. That kind of makes sense. Oh, my back. Crunchy. I'm going to crunch your back, Sola. You want to give me a little massage? You want to make some biscuits on my spine? No? No midstream biscuits? Mm-hmm. Oh. There you go. Mid-screen belly rub instead.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, you need to readjust. I see. She's a good girl. Okay. I like it. There's nothing earth-shattering, though, from Leona's story when we've already read Diana's. It's just the fact that we kind of already knew they were both really strong-willed and thought they were in the right. So, it was nice, but it hasn't really added to what we already know, I guess, in any great way. So, let's move on to her story, then. And her story is called The Lightbringer. Oh, one moment, guys, sorry. Got the hiccups. It's going to be rough. The Lightbringer. The raiders attacked before dawn. 50 wolf-lean men In okay, let's stop. Wolf lean? What does that even mean? The wolf's only as lean as its diet anyway.
Fair.
That is some high school writing class description. I'm going to continue. In iron hobblocks, mantled with strange furs and bearing ash-dulled axes. Their steps were swift as they entered the settlement at the foot of the mountain. These were men who had fought as brothers for years, who lived in the heartbeat between life and death. A warrior in battled scale armor and bearing a heavy-bladed greatsword over his shoulder led them. Beneath his dragon helm, his face was bearded and raw, burned by a lifetime of war-making under a harsher sun than this. The previous settlements had been easily overcome, little challenge for men weaned on battle. The spoils were few and far between, but in this strange land, a man took what he could get. This one would be no different. Sudden light flared ahead, sunlight gleaming brightly. Impossible. Dawn was an hour or more away. The leader raised a calloused hand as he saw a lone figure standing athwart the settlement street. He grinned as he saw it was a woman. Finally, something worth plundering. Light inflamed her, and the grin fell from his face as he stepped closer and saw she was clad in ornate warplate. Auburn hair spilled from a golden circlet, and sunlight glinted from her heavy shield and long-bladed sword. More warriors emerged from the street, taking their place to either side of the woman, each gold-armored and bearing a long spear. These lands are under my protection, she said. Leona lifted her sword as the 12 warriors of the Raharak formed a wedge with her at the center. 6 to either side, they swung their shields and hammered them down as one. Oh, very dramatic. I love it. They must have practiced that a lot. I bet they stood in their like feast hall or something and just practiced and practiced and practiced until they nailed that intimidating move. Like cheerleaders. They were like, yeah, we're going to nail this drill. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No one goes home until we get at least one full out. That's what they were doing. Yeah. That's it. We're going to call them cheerleaders instead of warriors now, okay? They're not warriors, they're cheerleaders. Okay. I've lost her. I wasn't the story.
Uh-oh.
Ah, here we go. Leona made a quarter turn and locked her own shield into place at the apex. Her sword slid into the thrust groove beneath the shield's bladed... What? Her sword slid into the thrust groove beneath the shield's bladed halo. What? Okay. Okay, I think the problem here is we're supposed to understand and be able to imagine what a bladed halo looks like. Without a picture. Why are some things really over-described in League lore stories and other things it's like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You know,
I do not.
like the bladed halo that you all have on all of your objects at home. You know, that bladed halo. We'll give you a whole paragraph describing sunlight because you might never have seen sunlight before, but a bladed halo on a shield, well, you know, just like every other bladed halo on a shield. Duh. She flexed her fingers on the leather-wound grip of her sword, feeling the surge tide of power within her. A coiled fire that ached to be released. Leona held it within her, letting it ease into her flesh. Embers flecked her eyes, and her heart pounded in her chest. The being she had joined with atop the mountain longed to burn these men with its cleansing fire. Dragon Helm is the key. Kill him, and the rest will falter. Part of Leona wanted to give the power in her free reign, wanted to scorch these men to smouldering bone and ash. Their attacks had killed scores of people who called the lands around Mount Targon home. They had defiled the sacred places of the Solari, toppling sacred sunstones and polluting the mountain springs with their excretions. Ew! They've been excreting all over the place.
Ugh.
Dirty excretors. Dirty excretors excreting all over the place everywhere. Disgusting. Dragonhelm laughed and swung his greatsword from his shoulders as his men moved away from him. To fight with such a huge weapon and keep it in constant motion needed space. He yelled something in a guttural tongue that sounded more like animal barks than anything human, and his warriors gave an answering roar. Leona let out a hot breath as the raiders charged. Their braided beards flecked with frothed spittle as they pounded towards the Raharak. See, now we're getting lots of description. Okay, so I'm going to get lots of description about their spit. That I need lots of description about, but we thought a bladed halo was just a common, like, oh yeah, everyone knows. You know, when you made in school in D&T, a bladed halo, duh. But let's explain what spit is in case you're not sure. Leona led the fire into her blood, feeling the ancient creature merge its essence with hers more completely, becoming one with her senses and gifting her with the perceptions not of this world. Time slowed for Leona. She saw the pulsing glow of each enemy's heart and heard the thunderous drumbeat of their blood. To her, their bodies were hazed with the red fires of battle lust. Dragonhelm leapt forward, his sword hammering Leona's shield like a stone titan's fist. The impact was ferocious, buckling the metal and driving her back a full yard. The Raharak stepped back with her, keeping the shield wall unbroken. Leona's shield blazed with light, and Dragonhelm's mantle of fur smouldered in its furnace heat. His eyes widened in surprise as he hauled his enormous sword back for another strike. "Brace and thrust!" she yelled as the rest of the raiders hit their line. Golden spears thrust at the instant of impact, and the first rank of attackers fell with their bellies pierced by the mountain-forged steel. They were trampled underfoot as the warriors behind them pressed the attack. The shield wall buckled, but held. Axes smashed down, sinews swelled, and throats grunted with the effort of attack. Leona thrust her sword through the neck of a raider with a scar bisecting his face from crown to jaw. Okay, seriously, the amount of description. He screamed and fell back, his throat filling with blood. Her shield slammed into the face of the man next to him, caving in his skull. She sounds delightful. Just delightful. We should have her over for dinner, you know? She could tell stories about when she was caving in men's skulls. The Raharak's line bent back as Dragonhelm's sword slammed down again, this time splintering the shield of the warrior next to her. The man dropped, cloven from neck to pelvis. Jesus.
Too descriptive, too graphic.
That we get a description of. That we're allowed to know
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Leona didn't give Dragonhelm the chance for a third strike. She thrust her golden sword toward him, and a searing echo of its image blazed from the rune-cut blade. White hot fire engulfed Dragonhelm, his furs and hair instantly igniting, and his armor fusing to his flesh like a brand. That's disgusting. Oh, that's so gross. Why does she think she's the good guy? That's revolting.
Because praise the sun and everything.
She thinks Diana's the bad guy? I didn't see Diana torturing anyone. He shrieked in hideous pain, and Leona felt the cosmic power inside her revel in the man's agony. Ugh!
My brother
Revel.
in Christ.
How can you feel that and still think you're the good guy? Like, what the hell?
Because sun good, moon bad.
He staggered backward, somehow still alive, and screaming as her fire melted the flesh from his bones. His men faltered in their assault as he fell to his knees as a blazing pyre. Into them! Shouted Leona, and the Raharak surged forward. Powerful arms stabbed spear blades with brutal efficiency. Thrust, twist, withdraw, over and over again like the relentless arms of a threshing machine. The raiders turned and fled from the Raharak's blood-wetted blades, horrified, as they should be, at their war leader's doom. Now they sought only to escape. How and why these raiders had come to Targon was a mystery, for they had clearly not come to bear witness on the mountain, nor make an ascent. They were warriors, not pilgrims, and, left alive, they would only regroup to kill again. Leona could not allow that, and thrust her sword into the earth. She reached deep inside herself, drawing on the awesome power from beyond the mountain. The sun emerged from behind its highest peaks as Leona thrust her hand to the light. She dropped to one knee and slammed her fist on the ground, and sun fire rained from the sky. Okay, so what the fuck? She is messed up. She is solidly messed up. Like, girl? For real? That's crazy. That's not okay.
Not by her standards, I think.
That's just fucked up. That's fucked up. Okay, so she clearly thinks she's like a good guy of sorts, right? She's gonna save what's his name? She saved Diana, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think like, you know, like in The Good Place,
Oh yeah.
when they're like, oh my god, this is the bad place.
Oh, that episode. Oh my god.
I feel like this is like a, oh, what the fuck? You're the bad guy? Moment. Like, she's messed up. She really, she real messed up. She real fucked up. She's enjoying the torture of someone. Like, cool, defend your town, kill people. That's just how fantasy worlds work, right? But you're not supposed to revel in someone's suffering. That's bad guy shit. That's bad guy shit. Ew. That's so gross. Mm. Mm. Hmm. I'm liking Diana more and more. Diana was kind of a whiny teenager, but she was alright, I guess. She never
Yeah.
seemed particularly menacing and evil, but this girl, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't turn my back on her. I would be keeping both eyes on her at all times. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting, though. It's interesting because obviously, from Diana's perspective, she doesn't say anything really bad about Leona other than she's not a big fan of the fact Leona's really devout. But that's kind of it. But that's because Diana has those rose tinted glasses, I guess, right? She likes Leona, so she doesn't see anything negative in Leona. That's which is weird because Leona definitely sees negative in Diana. Like all of her stuff in the other story was talking about all the things she was going to fix about Diana, right? I'm like starting to think I don't like this relationship. I'm starting to think it's a bit toxic.
It is quite toxic.
Like poor Diana is actually quite a sweet individual, being not treated very well by a little bit of a torturous psychopath. Plot twist. Now, there is another story for Leona, but I'm not going to be reading it today because we already read it last time. So if you're watching this VOD and you're thinking, you're not going to read it? The good news for you is if you click the link to the Diana Targon one, you will be taken swiftly and with utmost joy to something that includes it. And if you have not already watched the Diana and Targon one, you really need to read it to match with the Leona one, watch it to match with the Leona one anyway. So go about your business. And if you're watching me live on stream now, don't go about your business. Stay with me here for now. And then when stream is finished, go over to my YouTube, check it out. That's the deal. That's how we're doing this because I'm not reading the same story again. It took forever. It was like 4 million diary entries. You gotta go do that by yourself now. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you, viewers. And I believe in you, chat. I believe
You
I can
can do
fly. I believe I can touch the sky. If I was getting away from Leona, I could definitely fly. Psycho. Am I correct in thinking there's no comics that I have to read connected to Leona, right, Astro?
There are no comics.
Beautiful. There are lots of fan comics, though, guys. So although I'm not delving into fan lore yet, maybe when I eventually finish Clown Fiesta in like 4 million years' time. But but for now, we're sticking to the canon. So if you want to go and Google, you will find a ton of fan-created content of Diana and Leona. So feast upon if you wish. I personally found it all a bit Tumblr-esque. It wasn't for me. It was all a bit, I'm a tortured lesbian in my bedroom and it's so sad I don't have a girlfriend, but I also won't leave my house or talk to girls. For me, you know? Oh, why am I single? Says the person who never leaves their home and just sits drawing fan art on Tumblr all day. Well, I may have some suggestions.
Have you ever thought of touching grass? That's the question.
Have you ever thought of touching grass was the question, did you say? Was that what you said?
Yes.
Well, the good news for you is I have.
No! Yes. The almighty touch grass.
We touched the grass, chat. We touched it with both our hands. It was disgusting, natural, and naturey, and it was outdoors, and it was ridiculous. And Astral could have been dead. It basically just as bad as facing Leona in a fight. Crazy. Okay, so the good news is then We get to watch a cinematic. You guys love that part, right? Cinematic time. Is everyone sitting comfortably?
Cinematic.
Do you have your popcorn ready? Because it is a cinematic called A New Dawn. I actually have no idea how this connects to Leona, but the League website says it does, so I'm a trust them. And it has the word dawn in it. So that feels kind of Leona coded, just saying. Feels like they would probably rock her out for anything that involves sunlight. Just, you know, because. Are we ready, chat?
We are ready.
That's a Retro Riot logo. it's oh my goodness. Oof. Oh. Oh.
Wait, is it just me or there's no audio on the stream?
The audio says it's playing on my end.
There's nothing on. There's no audio on the stream.
Okay, but I can't. There's nothing I can do because, what do you call it? OBS thinks the audio is playing out to my stream right now, so there's nothing for me to fix. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's not much I can do.
My apologies to interrupt.
Hang on, I'm gonna restart. There you go. This should give you some audio. If it doesn't, then there's literally nothing else I can do because all I can do is restart the audio capture. Don't interrupt to tell me whether there's audio though. Very nice. Ooh. I approve. So I had some stuff. I forgot what I was gonna say. There was some things in the first half, but I've forgotten it now with the focusing on other things. But that was pretty cool because it had so many of my favorite champions in it. That was awesome. Yes. So many cool gems.
Nice.
Very nice indeed. Okay. Oh, let's see. So, oh, we're racing through Leona. My goodness. This is the quickest clown fiesta. To be fair, that's because a lot of the conversations I would want to have about it, I already had on the Diana side. So there's a lot less to say because their laws are so entwined, right? It's kind of like you gotta miss out. You miss out a bit. That was really cool. Do you know what that was what was that a cinematic for? Do you happen to know, Astral? Was it for a season of League or
What cinematic?
the one that we just played?
Oh, that was I forgot.
Okay, well, just no, I don't. Was a fine answer to do you know? All right. Let's have a quick look at. Wait, hang on. Ah, there we go. Leona. Let's see. Let's have a look at her. Oh. Why is her skin so grey? What's up with that? A lot of time on the shield. Gotta get the shield right, I guess. Where's my what was it? Something Halo? I can't remember now. Ah, it looks like this. I see, that would have been much easier to describe. Okay. I had a chat with Astral before stream about Leona's armor. You can't see it here. I need to show you in one of her more armored looking pictures. So when we get onto her skins, I'm gonna have a little rant, chat. I'm gonna have a little rant. And you can join me in Little Rant City. Little Rant City. I've never actually watched the art spotlights. Should we watch one? Should I be doing these on stream? Let's have a look. Let's have a watch.
Yeah, like give one a try.
We'll 7 minutes. We'll watch some of one and we'll see. We'll see if they're worth watching. If they are, I'll add them into the clown fiestas. Okay. Oh, that's cool. What? We're gonna see a speed draw? I could do that, I just don't want to. See, when I try and do this stuff, that's not what happens. patience. Whoa. So much gold to detail in. This is like peak what I would like to be able to do art-wise one day. One day. Does she have heels on her shoes?
She does, yeah.
Ah, yes. The famous combat heel. Pause, and we're going to have to finish after my ad break though, because it is ad break time. I will see you on the other side. Hello, my name is JustChatting, and you might know me from such classics as Kidnapping Filipinos, Platonic Men in My Basements, and my iconic attempts at scuff-free streams. Wow! Yes, you heard it, scuff-free streams. After many years of work, tireless effort, I have created a product that can scuff-free streams and sprays it right in your face. So if you are fed up of scuffed streams, chatters saying such things as, "Have you tried turning it off and on again? Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Game volume too loud. Model lagging, and more," then please purchase Scuff Be Gone. Scuff Be Gone is the product you can spray in your face and never have to worry about scuff ever again. Scuff Be Gone's retail price varies from region to region and has an excessive price gouging addition. No guarantees are made of Scuff Be Gone's ability to actually remove scuff. Hey chat, I'm back. And apparently I became shocked while I was gone. There we go.
No.
Anya. So chat, I have recovered myself. We can finish it. I think I'm going to watch these art videos in future clown fiestas. Honestly, it's kind of cool seeing how the art is born. And I can give you my little vent. Here's the pet happening. Pet the cato. Belly rub. Poor cat. She's always getting the forced belly rubs. This is so cool. Whoa, that was so cool. I have an issue though. Let's address this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Just no. Firstly, this is battle armor. This is very clearly battle armor. What the fuck is with this pointy ass curved heel bullshit? Look how skewed up her foot is. That is a big heel. This girl is walking around on tippy toes all the time trying to fight. This is unstable as fuck, and all of her body weight is pressured onto that one. But no. This is stupid. Let's just chop them ankles off because you're going to break them in your first fight anyway. This has made me irrationally angry. Why? There's no need. This could have been a flat boot and it would have been great. Or boot with a small wedge heel, chunk heel. And it would have been fine. Or even a riding boot with a heel kind of this shape but smaller and with a foot kept flatter. Does she ride a horse? Please tell me she at least rides a horse.
No.
Oh my god! I'm okay. Dear Artist Variety, I'm begging you to read the descriptions of the things you are using as references. Begging you. I assume that you are literate. Please read the description of the images you're using as reference. I'm begging you, right? I'm begging you, right? Hire artists that can read the descriptions of their references.
Funny thing, there's not even a single horse in Targon, so there's no reason for Leona to have those type of.
It's also super impractical. Even more than her...
Armor? Oh,
No,
no.
even more than just the general impracticality of it. She is on a incredibly hostile mountainous area
Yes.
wearing these. This is... This is stupid. But also, okay, and I'm really sorry to the artist. This is beautiful art. I'm not trying to tear apart what you're doing. But this is not how her legs should be standing on heels like this. She looks very bow-legged. Because why hip? Why is her leg like this? Why is her leg like this? Why is there like a curvature? Like, you could park a tank between her legs right now. And part of it, I think, is them trying to accommodate this weird heel shape into her pose. But that's not what your leg would look like unless your leg is made of jelly. And I apologize. I know it's very nitpicky, but I'm hoping I'm going to notice similar, I guess, art equivalent of plot holes when I look at the male models, but I have a sneaking suspicion I will not. We're not supposed to care that she is physically and possibly going to have legs like that because we're supposed to be too busy thinking, oh, hot woman, and drooling. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the male models have little flaws like this too. I do apologize to the artist though, because the art is gorgeous. Great job. Could not do it myself. 120 billion%. My other criticism of the character design, and I'm sorry again to the artists who draw it. I know that you are drawing it from an art perspective. It's no judgment on you. But from a story and lore perspective, let's talk about this armor. Now, I don't mind scantily clad female armor, but Leona is not scantily clad. She is dressed from her chin all the way down to her toes. Okay? We are not going for barely dressed hot lady armor here, right? So, why is her armor on the parts of her body that do not need protecting? The boobas are solidly protected, but this squishy underarm part here that means you could get right into the rib cage, unprotected. Up here, access to the chest down, unprotected. Here, through the rib cage into the heart and lungs, unprotected. Here, into all of your squishy internal organs that are full of acid and alkalis that could, you know, burn through your flesh if they get chopped and sliced out, unprotected. Hip bones, oh, better protect them. There's even a cutaway to make sure her uterus is unprotected. They really did aim to make sure every single internal organ was unprotected by her armor. It's like reverse armor.
Yeah.
Honestly, armor that covered this part and just had her boobs literally sticking out naked would be more effective. This is the world's most ineffective armor ever.
Reverse
To be
armor.
fair, if it's made of gold, it's pretty ineffective anyway, because that's a soft as hell metal. But let's ignore that for a second, because it's a fantasy story. I'm okay. But this is insane. I would much rather she just be part naked than this. Because this is weird. Who is this for? Who was that decision for?
I don't know.
I don't understand it. And it bugs me. It irks me. Astral know that it irks me because I mentioned it before stream.
Yep. Even me, it irks me. Like, right? Why?
It just doesn't make sense.
Easier not too good.
Like, make your armor practical or sexy, but don't make it trying to pretend it's practical armor whilst being just weirdly ineffective. Her sword is mega cool, though. And I'm glad we now know about whatever the bladed halo is, or whatever it was. Is this? If only there was some way to describe a circle with some pointy bits sticking out of it. If only that was possible. Do you guys all have one of these in your home? A bladed halo? Do you have one in your houses? Do you? Because the person who wrote the lore story thinks you all do. Okay. Moving on. We're nearly at that part where we start looking at the champion, but first I do want to take a look at her skins. I want to take a look at your skin, Leona. Your skin. Okay. Okay, default Leona. Okay, we've said I like it. The armor's pretty solid. Standards. What's this? What's this? Valkyrie. Okay, I really like Valkyrie Leona. Okay, here we go, right? This is kind of got... This is what I mean. This is very scantily clad armor, right? But I have no problem with this because it is not even trying to be functional armor, right? Nothing about this armor is saying this is good, useful, practical armor. And so I'm okay with it. That's cool. It's hot girl armor. Got ya. That's okay. I will say, the boots, this would be an acceptable variant of the boot that would make sense. Still not ideal for combat, but no, low heel. This would be like a riding boot. This kind of makes more sense to me. And if she's a Valkyrie, she would be riding, so that's pretty cool. One thing I do like is they've done her thighs right. VTuber artists get this wrong all the time. If you're a skinny model, they make no dig into your thighs from a strap like this. And if you're to make a model look larger, they give it a dig in. But draw the exact same model. I've drawn a plus size girl, they say, with no fucking clue. But something like this, that strap's going to be tied real tight to dig in. It's going to be pulled real tight. It's going to dig in. Unless she's like anorexic, in which case she'd be a pretty terrible battle warrior. It's going to be digging in. I don't really like this. Which is weird, because that's some practical as hell armor. I think it's the shading, though, not the actual skin. I think it's the shading on the splash eye I don't like. This is giving me hardcore Final Fantasy vibes, though, this sword.
Oh yeah, that sword.
It's pretty cool. Iron Solaria Leona. That is badass, but I'm a little bit lore confused about the purpose of it. Is this Nazi Leona? Look at them flags. Riot?
Burrito.
Riot? Want to explain yourself?
Riot hurt themselves in confusion.
This is awkward now. This is awkward. Okay, what? How is that even Leona? Did they think if it gave her red hair, it's automatically Leona? The face is different. What? Well, yeah, I feel like the lobster, to be honest.
Grr.
He's like, what the fuck? Get off my beach. To be fair, a lot of these, like, I can't think what the word is. Like, everyday skins, I guess. Like, the champions just look like normal modern day people. A lot of those I don't see the point to. Like, okay. Also, it says, okay, no. Also, pool party Leona. Spot my problem.
The entire skin itself?
No, I'm going to repeat that. Pool party Leona.
Ah.
Well,
It's not exactly a pool party now, is it?
That's the beach. She's not at a pool party at all. What the hell? Okay, we're moving on from that skin. That's just a fail all round. Let's go. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yes.
Wait, what skin?
This is Project Leona.
Oh, Project Leona. Yeah, that's one of the cool Leona skins.
This is kick ass. Okay, yeah, all right. This is bad. This is some functional armor. So Valkyrie Leona is good sexy armor. This is good functional armor. Default Leona, Neither.
No, neither. No, it
You're
doesn't.
pleasing no one. Okay, I predict I'm not going to like the next one. Barbecue Leona. Yeah, see why. But also, whenever they switch her to like a normal day-to-day skin, they change her face completely.
Yep.
It's like they extra basic white girl her whenever they're putting her in like a normal skin. And it's weird, right? Because I really like Sashimi Akali. I really like that skin. And then in the same skin set, you've got Leona pronging a hot dog. Just what?
Yep.
What? It's like this whole skin set was made around the idea they had for Sashimi Akali, and they just threw some other skins together to make it make sense. They were like, we've got one really good skin idea, but we can't just release this one random skin. It's not good enough to be a one random skin release. Let's just add 3 other random skins and then no one will notice.
The men next to Akali and Leona are Pantheon and Olaf.
Yes, they're irrelevant though. These skins are pointless.
Yeah.
Okay, Solar Eclipse Leona sounds cool. Will it be? Yes, it will. And see how she now has an actual face that looks like, you know, her character.
Yes.
Angry and strong, not basic white girl getting her brows done.
The second cooler skin.
I love her hair in this one. Ugh. That's actually gorgeous. Okay, this is my favorite skin of hers so far. I love this. Lunar Eclipse Leona. Okay, so I like this. But honestly, I think you leave the lunar stuff to Diana and the solar stuff to Leona. I think it doesn't, I don't like the whole color, the whole like theme switch thing. Doesn't work for me. But I will admit that obviously it's nice. It's just a different color of the same. What is this? Mecha Kingdoms Leona?
Yep.
Okay, I take it back. This is my favorite Leona skin.
Part of the Mecha Kingdom skin line.
That is so freaking cool. Yes. Yes.
Wait till you get to High Noon Leona.
See, this is just making me remember that I want to be Gundam Jihei, but I can't find an artist who'll make Gundam Jihei. Please, artists, if anyone knows anyone who can make a Gundam version of Jihei, please reach out to me. Please. If you're a little bit expensive, I'll save up to be able to, but I just need to find someone. Please.
Let's make this happen, please.
I'm not a big fan of any of the Battle Academia skins.
It's basic.
I think it's just anime high school, right?
Yeah, the whole premise of Battle Academia.
I just find it all a bit lame.
How about her first professional skin, though?
I will say, I do like this skirt design at the side. It's not very Leona-y, though, is it?
Yeah, it's not very Leona.
If you showed me this skin, even with the sword and shield, I don't think I'd be able to guess it was Leona.
Oh, you're about to see the prestige version of that skin, which is presented in TFT.
Oh, wait, apparently I get to see DWG Leona first.
Yep.
That's kind of pretty.
It gets a pass. It gets a pass.
It's pretty. It doesn't look a lot like Leona, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
Eh.
The sword and the shield, though. Oh my god.
I don't feel angry about it, but I'm just meh about it.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but it's alright, I guess. Okay, I just don't understand the prestige skins at all. Recoloring something and then calling it prestige, which is what they do for about 90% of the prestige skins, is just weird to me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, some of the prestige skins are totally different, and I'm like, aye. Especially some of the more monstery prestige skins. Like, I think we saw a Shyvana prestige once, and I was like, well, that's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But quite often, especially for the hot girly champions, they're just a different color pattern. You know, like when you buy headphones online and the pink headphones are always more expensive, even though they're the exact same headphones?
Yeah.
Pink tax and all that. It's like that. They're like, we're just going to charge you more for this exact same skin, but we're going to make it the color we know will be more popular to sell. And the funny thing is, this one looks a bit more like Leona, simply because they've incorporated more of her colors into it.
Coincidentally, yes.
Debonair Leona. Oh, okay, I like this. I wish they'd kept her hair color, though. Okay, this is the thing. I think when League make these skins, everyone who makes the skin should be required to be able to leave a piece that that a stranger could identify as the identifying feature that's kept. Because this person has changed the hair color, the eye color, and tweaked the face shape. And it's a whole new outfit. So it's only the sword and the shield, right? But in this particular splash art, for example, the sword and the shield are not focal points. I just wish there was just like a feature. Like if she'd still had auburn hair, I think that would be badass. And I know they don't want that because they wanted to have the color desaturated vibe. But I do like this skin though. It's pretty cool. I like the shield. It's a vibe. High noon. The high noons, I like all the high noons pretty much. Although what? How is that Leona? You see what I mean? But I do like the skin. I just wish it was on someone who isn't Leona. I like the sword, the shield though. Look at the shield. That's so badass. Her shield's always good though. I don't know why I'm saying that. The shield's always good. Crystallis Motus? Leona? What? This is awful. Don't like it.
I haven't seen the skin yet.
I don't like it. Why has she got why has she got a navel hold just so we can see her belly button?
Oh no,
Like, what?
No, sorry.
That's weird, right? Everyone, the fact there's just a random little tiny diamond-shaped hole in her outfit there.
No, sorry.
That's weird. To be fair, this skin might be good, but I have a thing against the color pink. So anything pink I tend not to like. So.
It could be made better, but yeah.
Why didn't they give her like reddy orange crystals for a crystal thing? I don't know the like loring behind this, so that's probably why, but this is another one that's just not for me. Like I can appreciate it, but it's more this like cybery modern kind of vibe, and that's not my thing.
Battle Leona, Battle Lion Leona?
Yeah. Like she looks like she stepped out of Overwatch.
Oh yeah, she did. Oh no.
Which is not like a bad thing, it's just not the aesthetic that I would go for on a skin for me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What is going on with the prestige? Okay, so that's the other thing they do with the prestige. Color changes or make them more naked. Bam! We'll do both for Leona.
I'm sorry, no.
She looks like a go-go dancer. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. Why? Why are all the prestige skins so much worse than default? Okay. She's got a fairly decent skin selection, though. She must be a fairly popular champion. Or have been a fairly popular champion at some point, I guess.
Have been fairly popular because of that one incident during LCS.
Okay, I hate to break it to you. I'm talking about for the mass player population who do not play based on whether a champion is good. They play based on whether champions are hot, hun. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What are her abilities? Sunlight. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, boosts her own basic attack. Shield. Some straight line damage. Oh, but then I dash to the last one hit. Oof, rough.
Yep.
a stun. Well, an AoE that stuns. Okay, that's pretty decent. I feel, yeah, all right. Okay, chat, do we think we should give this a quick try before the end of stream? You know you're only going to get like 10-15 minutes of me trying any of these champs because I'll get grumpy otherwise. I'll get grumpy, chat. I'll get grumpy. It's also good because Astral usually has to leave for his stream at some point towards this point in time, so he doesn't have to witness me getting grumpy at champions. Grumpy. So she's a tank support. And her difficulty is medium. Which for me means her difficulty is impossible. Because I am a walking skill issue. League. Load. Practice tool. Okay. I need to find my league. Oh, wrong one. There we go. We're ready. Okay, let's add some body bots. What lane am I playing Leona in, would you recommend, Astro?
Support.
Just straight support.
Yep.
Cool. Nice. Mangoine. Leona. Oh no, I don't have a Leona thing set up. Sugar. Hmm. Ah! Why is it doing that? I don't know why I'm worrying about doing this when I'm just going to pop into... I'm only popping in to see how it works. It's pride that does it. It's pride. All right, that'll do. Oh my god, it's so threatening. The threatening aura of League. It's also practice tool. Why you need to threaten me to go quicker to load up practice tool, my man?
Nice.
Is it so I can practice feeling threatened? Oh. Mm. The sun will come out tomorrow. Oh, I like the effects when she runs. That's kind of cool. Just fair warning, chat. I think I might have Leona on my list of champions to learn how to play properly. So we'll see if I still have her on my list by the end of today. Hey, Smolderbot.
I must not fall.
Minions have spawned.
Sino going to?
Sova.
Sova?
And
Oh, yes, hon. Sorry.
you are talking to on my. Thank you.
Ever vigilant. I will protect you. Feel the sun's glory.
Oh, I'm heckin' tanky.
Arrows fly! First light approaches.
First blood.
Okay, that's actually mad cool. But let's level up a bit so we can see the other abilities. Hang on. How do we... Where's the... There we go. Alright, cool, 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 cool.
Stay at the vanguard.
Let's go.
How are you? How are you enjoying Leona so far?
I've literally just loaded her up.
An ally has been slain.
Rally to me.
She's very tanky. I mean, she is a tank, so I guess.
An
Duh,
enemy has
but
been slain.
Twilight fades.
her ult's pretty badass.
Stand and fight. I will break their line.
Oof, she uses up mana pretty heavily, though.
Yeah, the only caveat.
I guess it would have to, because she's pretty tanky and her abilities do decent damage.
Mhm.
So I guess you kind of have to. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about playing like a, I guess like a true melee though.
Enemy has been slain.
Yeah.
Like almost everything I play has at least some element of being ranged to it.
An enemy has been
But I
slain.
have to basically stand next to, well, I guess I've got my E. And the R's an AoE, so maybe I'm being harsh.
Mm.
It's just weird with the Q having to be so close.
Yeah, you're really close.
Because I don't really play any, like... Not any champions like that. Like, when I play champions, we have to get that close. They're the sort of champions where you dive in, press the button, and leave, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really play champions where you just get close.
They'll have to get through me.
It's a whole new experience with Leona.
Yeah.
They will be sundered.
You have slain an enemy.
Yes, yes, I have.
Feel the sun's glory.
Interesting. All right, chat, that is the end of today's lore dive, though. We will be calling it there. No raid out today, but if you are still hanging around and you want somewhere to go very shortly, I'm pretty sure Glitched Astral here will be streaming. So I would recommend that he be where you go if you're looking for somewhere to go next. Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful clown fiesta. We will be back at some point fairly soon with the next one. I do have a bunch of weekend streams coming up, so I won't be doing Clown Fiesta every single Friday, but we'll do as many as we can because it's going to take what, 6 months to get through. 6 months. Wait, once a week. No, it's going to take two years. 52 weeks a year. Three and a bit years to get through everyone at the moment. So yeah, we got a lot to get through. We got a lot to get through, chat. So oh god, and then right, I'll keep releasing champions while I'm doing it. I'm cursed forever to the Clown Fiesta.
Oh no.
So yeah, go check out Glitched Astral if you need somewhere to go after chat. And thank you so much everyone for joining me tonight. Good night.